Welcome to the Soul Shed. Not a place you arrive at, but a place that appears when something inside you is ready to be felt again. I am Eden Lin, light bearer, keeper of stories, watcher of the inner flame. For those who feel lost, walk with me. Your soul already knows the way. This is not a story about a dream coming true. It is a story about the moment before that ever happens. When life becomes alive, a soul shed story. There was a time when a soul believed life would begin later. Not now, not here, not in the middle of uncertainty, but later, when things made sense, when the path was clear, when the dream arrived, fully formed, and placed itself gently into their hands. So they waited, not out of weakness, but out of hope. Hope that one day everything would finally align and life would begin properly. And while they waited, time moved quietly around them. Days passed like soft echoes. Moments came and went without asking to be noticed. Nothing was wrong, but something felt unlived. Like standing at the edge of something vast, but never stepping forward. Not because they couldn't, but because they were waiting for permission to feel ready, and the dream, the one they carried somewhere deep inside, remained just out of reach, not gone, not impossible, just unrealized. Until one day, something shifted. Not in the world. The world looked the same. The sky didn't open. No voice called out. No path appeared beneath their feet. The dream still hadn't arrived, but something inside them leaned forward. A thought, quiet and almost unnoticeable, rose from somewhere deeper than the mind. What if it could? That was all. No certainty, no guarantee, no proof, just the possibility. And somehow that was enough, because in that moment, something long asleep began to stir. Not loudly, not all at once, but gently, like a flame, remembering how to burn. And for the first time, life didn't feel like something waiting in the distance. It felt present, alive in the breath, alive in the uncertainty, alive in the quiet space between what is and what might be. It wasn't the dreams that changed anything. It was the realization that it didn't have to arrive for life to begin. Because life doesn't become alive when the dream arrives. It becomes alive the moment you realize it could. And once that feeling is touched, even for a second, something shifts in the way you move. You stop standing at the edge. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. And instead, you take a step. Not because you're certain, but because something inside you has already begun. Deep within the soul shed, the inner flame does not wait for outcomes. It does not measure success. It does not ask whether you will reach the dream. It responds to something far quieter than that. The moment a soul recognizes that something is possible. And when that happens, life, which once felt distant, begins to meet you where you stand. Not all at once, not in the way you expect, but enough for you to keep moving. So if something inside you stirred while hearing this, if something felt closer than it did before, that wasn't the story. That was you. Remembering that life was never waiting for the dream, only for you to feel that it could. Thank you for listening to the Soul Shed. Until next time, take care of your light, and when it feels dim, come back. We'll be here. Because the soul remembers what the mind forgets.